Okay, with the board in place and the setup in place, I think it's time to start working on playing the game. And the main flow of the game, again, is contained in the flow file. And the rules for the game are very simple. On my turn, I move one of my sardines as a chess queen, but no captures. And the goal of the game is to get all my sardines into the can, and I cannot pass another unit. An additional rule is that once a sardine is inside the can, it can never be moved again. I'm allowed to travel through the can, but I'm not allowed to move out of the can. And then when it's no longer possible to enter the can, the player with the most sardines inside the can is the winner. But if we save the victory conditions for later and just add the moving of the fishes. So again, if we go to another game, just to get a feel for the flow of it, chessical games are a series of marks. So here I can select a unit, and then typically I can select where to move that unit to. So this is another type of mark. Probably these marks are called select unit and select move target. And then we have commands, as in this case, move. Move. And before I move, I also have access to the detonate command, which is another command. Boom, that was not a very clever move. So we have marks and we have commands, and a turn is a flow through those. So we want two marks here. We can call them select unit and select move target. And we just need a single command. We can call that move. So when we select a unit in a mark, we need to say from what do we select? And let's just start with my units. As you saw, I could also do my sardines, but it doesn't matter since there's only one type of unit. And now I want to link to the next thing, which should be select move target. And in select move target, I need to select one of the squares that I can be moving to. But there is, of course, no auto-generated layer for that. So this is where we need a generator. Let's call it find move targets. So this is a generator of type walker. If I save the file, I will get autocomplete. There are 4 different kinds of generators. And I think so far through the video series, we've only seen walker, and you will still only see the walker. So the walker is where we walk along a straight line. So we need to say from what squares. So we can say an entire layer set or single position. And here we want the single position, the unit that we have selected. We want to walk in all directions. And we want our walks to be stopped whenever we hit a unit. And we want to draw every step of the way to a new layer that we can then select from. So let's call that move targets. And now that we have this generator, we go back to the flow file and we say after we've selected a unit, we should run that generator. And in select move target, we should select from move targets. And when we have selected one of those, we allow the player to move. When we move, stuff typically happens. Here's just a single effect, and it's a very simple effect. Move at means move from a square to a square, from select unit to select move target. And once that's done, we link to end turn. Let's see if this works. Now I need to compile my game. And here we are. We start a new game. This did not work. Because the compile command would have failed, I would expect, because it should throw an error saying we have to add instructions. Start turn needs to link to something, of course, otherwise nothing happens. That needs to link to select unit. And now when I compile, it will crawl through from start turn and go on. So it didn't find the other stuff. That was why there was no error. So now we get the error saying the select unit action has no instruction.